Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. I'm Amy Dillon. I'm a first-generation Filipino-American. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran, firearms instructor, writer, co-host on the Polite Society podcast, and Second Amendment advocate with the DC Project. This month happens to be a big month. Not only are we here at the Second Amendment rally, and this is an amazing turnout, by the way, amazing. But it's also the month for Veterans Day, and it's the Marine Corps birthday. Do we have any active duty or former military in the crowd? I just want to thank you for your service, but I also want to thank all of you for your service, because being here today and standing up for our rights is service to country. Being a Marine Corps veteran, I'm going to start this with a typical Marine greeting, Semper Fidelis. It's the Marine Corps motto, and it means always faithful. It signifies the dedication that individual Marines have to Corps and country and to their fellow Marines. It is a way of life. It's not negotiable, it is not relative, but absolute. Marines pride themselves on their mission and their accomplishment and their dedication to accomplish it. But what it can mean for all of us is being faithful to our country, our Constitution, and faithful to this service. So I'd like to share with you a piece of my family's history. And I just want to say that sharing this with you all means so much to me, especially with the passing of my father, Cesar Carpio, just this past year. My father grew up in the Philippines. It was during the 1940s that the Philippines entered into World War II when the Japanese Imperial Army attacked them and tried to seize them. My grandfather, Federico Carpio, fought against this by fighting with the United States military. He left for World War II and never came back. He was reported missing in action in 1942. And amidst all of this, and amidst the bombing by the Japanese Imperial Army during World War II in the Philippines, my dad, who was only 7 years old at the time, fled with the rest of the family to the mountains to escape and hide for several months while a tyrannical government destroyed their home. Hearing the story while I was growing up enforced the love of freedom for this country that I have today, and it's because of this that I am a patriot. This is not just a story I read in a book or watched in a movie. This is my legacy. It's what I choose to defend. I was only one generation away from the effects of a tyrannical government destroying a country and my existence. And I don't want to ever worry about that happening here. It's why we live in the greatest country in the world, and it's why the Second Amendment is the most important right. So when we have an opportunity to talk about the Second Amendment and why it's important, I hope you will remember my story, all of our stories. And will you join us to defend our rights so that we, the people, we, a self-governed people, will continue to be a free nation? Because that is our legacy. Amen.